Yeah, so it really wasn't. I mean, as far as like I've been in the same size since I was 13 years old. So I've been this big my whole life.
Damn.
So yeah, bro, I've been this big since I was 13, bro. Like if I show you a picture, you be like, you never is you 13. I'm 13 years old. So like me being around other 13-year-old kids, they didn't want me to. I never really had friends because the parents like this a grown ass nigga. This
Mm-hmm.
man he grown. I'm like no, he's your kid's older than me. Like I'm the youngest out of everybody I hung out with. I just look older because I'm big. Like I just hit a growth spurt. I grew like 7 inches in one summer. And I just shot up. Yeah, it was over. It was bad. It was over. I just grew out of nowhere. So I've been the same size and weight. I was 190, 13, 6'3". Like, and I just never really had friends. Everybody thought I was not really weird. They was just like, we don't want you around my kids because you.
Because they thought you were older.
Yeah, they thought I was older. They thought my mom was lying. I'm like, man, what I gotta show you? I'm 13 years old. Like, and then I started acting up. I started being okay, bet. Like, if I can't be around nobody, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. Then I'm gonna just be this person. I'm gonna just be this person who needs to be seen. And I did that a lot when I was younger. I was like, okay, if you don't help me, you gonna see me. So I'm doing a bunch of bad shit, breaking people's cars, stealing people's cars, robbing people, doing all a bunch of dumb shit, just so I can be seen. Cause I feel like I wasn't being seen. And then that's when I really fell into my music heavy. Cause I'm like, okay, if y'all don't see me, y'all gonna hear me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, this person don't. He really not. I look intimidated at certain people that I walk past and I walk up, because I really don't smile at. I mean, I smile a lot, but my face be stuck sometimes. So like, I really just I look mean sometimes, but I'm really not. I'm just big and black. Like, ain't really nothing I can do about that until you meet me and you talk to me about it. Man, he cool. Like, he really down to earth. That's just who I am. I just be myself. And like I said, Tupac, my brother Drake, they taught me about them truths. Like, just being yourself. Like, if you don't like me for who I am, you just don't like me. Why would I be somebody else? When I was younger, I wanted to be somebody else because I was like, okay, if you don't like me, I can be somebody you can like. And I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, well, I'm gonna keep being somebody you can like, and I can just be myself, and it's less stress on me to be myself. And I'm more open to being myself. At first, I wasn't open to being myself because I wanted to be everything that people wanted me to be. This big black bully, all of that. I've never been a bully, first of all. Never did that. I stand on that shit. I ain't never bullied no person, use my size against nobody, because at the end of the day, I don't disrespect no man that come in my path or I cross. I teach my kids that as well. Like, every man that comes in your path, you shake his hand. Teach my sons that. You acknowledge that man, because that's a respectful rule and moral that a man should stand on at all times. You respect every man that cross your path. You shake that man hand when he cross your path. Acknowledge him as a man. It ain't gotta be nothing more than that. But to have that respect, that's how I gain a lot of my relationships with people. As far as like men and even women, you just do that. You do that in an aspect of life, you're gonna go far in life. Love, loyalty, respect take you further than anything in this world. Because if you can get that to somebody, they don't care what you got outside of that. Because it's hard to find that in somebody, just somebody that just love you or care about you and respect you and be loyal to you. It's hard to find that. And the older you get, the more you realize that nobody really got that trait. Only like a select few of people. If you saw out your mama in your life, you'll see that she's still loyal to you because she's still there for you. She still loves you, she still care about you. So I try and find traits of how my mom is there for me to reflect on how close I'm gonna be to this next person. Like, okay, I know my mom is doing all this and she ain't gotta do it. That's my mom, so she gonna do it. I understand that. But it's just the loyalty and the honesty and the respect that she has for me. I want to make sure I'm getting that from everybody else around me. And if I don't get it from you, that's fine. I don't want to judge you. That's just who you is. And I'm happy that you being that with me, because I wouldn't want you to fake that with me. If you don't want to be loyal, honest, and respectful, that's cool. I know my relationship with you going to be short, or it's going to be at a distance. I might just hit you up and see how you're doing, or we might have a business thing we doing, and that's just how far it go. I learned that in life, that you can't expect that motherly love or that friendship, day one love out of everybody, because it's not going to be like that. Even your day ones might not even love you like that no more, and that's okay. But as long as they're being honest about it, that's all I care about. You could be whoever you want to be. I can't. You ain't gonna tell me how to be who I am, or be what or do what I do. So why would I make you feel like you got to be this person for me just because I'm loyal to you? If that's who you is, I'm glad you showed me who you are. That's cool. But don't mean I can still give you some loyalty, but I don't have to give you 100% of it. 100% of my time and my feelings and my emotions. You might not get all of that. I'm gonna go give it to somebody else who actually matches me the same way. But I know I still got love for you, but I just know that we can't be what we used to be. It's just how shit go in life, man. It's relationships, and that's what my music really focus on. Is really just being more open with yourself first. And I feel like people see me being open about my emotions and my feelings and what I'm going through, it'll let them channel that and be like, okay, if he being open about it, I can be open about it too. It don't have to be in music. It could be in a passion or anything that you want to do in life. You just need to be more open with yourself. Honesty with yourself first. You can't wake up in the morning and smile in the mirror at yourself. You don't love yourself. I learned that too from a wise man. If I can't look in the mirror and smile at myself, I don't love me. So why don't I love me? And I start thinking about why don't I love myself. Then I'm like, okay, well, this is causing me to love myself. It's all a choice. I let people understand that it is a choice. You got a choice to wake up every day and love yourself and care about yourself. You got a choice to be sneaky and grimy and shady. You got a choice to be loving, respectful, and caring. You know, just be yourself though. Like I said, I preach about honesty. You could be the grimiest nigga in the world. I mean, you did nothing to me. I mean, I ain't gonna judge you because everybody got their reasons. So I mean, I done did some shit too, but don't mean I'm gonna judge you just because like you fucked that person over. You did that with that person. That's your relationship y'all had. I can't speak on for what y'all had going on. I can only speak on for what I got going on with this man in front of me. So whatever y'all did is what y'all did. Like, fix that with him. Don't come to me about that. I have nothing to do with nothing. I said to myself, I'm about my business. You know, my bad. I'm getting off track though.
No, you good. But in relationships, have you played both sides before?
What you mean?
Been faithful and then unfaithful?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but yeah, I've been on both sides of it, man. Like, and it's selfish. Like, I seen Will Smith say something about how he was done, like, making Jada happy and shit like that. And that shit really sad with me. He was like, it's not my job to make you happy. It's my job to add happiness to your life, but you should already make yourself happy. He's like, I'm done fighting every day to make you happy and to do this and do that. I can't make you happy. It's you that have to make you happy. I can only add happiness to your life. And I was like, damn, that makes sense. I'm like, so I don't expect nobody to make me happy if I can't do it myself. Cause what the fuck you going? I know me the most. If I can't make me happy, I know you can't make me happy. Like, you don't even know me. You don't know me. I've been living with myself for 27 years, man. Like, if I can't do it, I just don't want to be happy. And that's something you have to do within yourself. Like, once again, in my music, I let you know, like, be open about that shit. If you want to sit here and cry, cry. You ain't got to post it on Facebook. You ain't got to tell somebody you cry, but don't. Niggas act like they too hard to cry alone. I'm like, bro, you by yourself. You can cry by yourself. Some niggas think they too hard to even shed a tear, bro. Like, I done shed plenty of them. I done lost plenty of people in my life. I cry right in front of you. I don't even care. I'm just embracing my emotions. Because if I don't embrace it, I just gonna bottle up. And then I'm gonna start sinking again. And I would never let myself get that low again over something I can control. I let people know in my music, you can control these feelings. You can embrace the happiness, the sadness, the pain. As long as you don't let it take you under, embrace it. That's the only way you're gonna get through it. They're your emotions. They're your feelings. They're not anybody else's emotions but yours.
How old were you when you figured this out?
15. 15 years old, man. Like I said, 15, 16. I didn't have it all the way figured out, but I had a blueprint. I'm like, okay, why these grown men respect me the way they do? I'm only 15 years old. You know, I've never hung around younger people. I've always hung around older people. My friends always been in their 30s, 40s. I've never hung around younger people. It's always been older men I've hung around because they taught me something. The OGs, they always taught me something. So I always gravitate towards hanging out with them and listening from them because they still here for a reason. Even though they might not be doing shit, man, it's a lot of wisdom in dumb niggas. They just dumb because they don't have no action. So yeah, you dumb for not using what you teaching because all you gotta do is put action behind it. You got the whole blueprint, but they so stuck in their ways. They're like, I'd rather give it to you because I'm comfortable where I'm at, and I can see you not comfortable. So, you know, I always try and appreciate anybody. You can always learn from somebody. I'm always willing to learn from anybody and everybody because I don't want to. My bad. Because I don't want to fall behind, man. I'll be behind most of my life. I like being knowledgeable, man. I like being informed. I like making sure I know where I'm at. I know what I'm dealing with, who I'm dealing with. So, you know, but back to that, yeah, I've been on both sides though.
What about artistry? Do you use artistry in your tattoos?
No, I got these. I got these when I was 13. I got these. My mom let me get them, so I just got whatever I wanted. Like, I want to be the first kid with tattoos in middle school, so I was like, all right, bet. I was in high school, so I was like, ain't nobody got no tattoos here. It was my freshman year, my freshman summer. Mom was like, if you can pay for it, you can get it. I got that money so quick. He came to my house and did my tattoos. My mom was like, "You really got a tattoo?" I'm like, "You said if I got the money and I got somebody to do it, you wasn't signing nothing, I could get it." She was mad at first, but she's like, "Hey, you did it." And that's when I realized that you can do what you want if you put your mind to it. Like I wanted it that bad that I found somebody and I got the money together. So if you want anything that bad in this life, you gonna get it if you really want it. Some people just don't want it, and that's something to be honest with yourself. Don't cry and be like, "Oh, why ain't this going right? Why ain't bro? You don't want it, and just be honest that you don't want it. You don't have to live to somebody else's standards. Just because he wanted more than you do, don't mean you want it less. You just don't want it. You just don't want it. And even though you might be in that field or you might be in that same area, and y'all both going through the same thing, but he wanted more, and just be honest with yourself and say that you don't want it. And I want to do it a different way. I just don't want to do it that way, and that's fine because everybody got their own route in life. You can't drive on the same street I'm driving on sometimes. Sometimes you gotta hit a U-turn and go back and double back to see what you missed. I double back a lot. I'm like, man, I'm about to miss something. Let me go back and hit a U-turn and see what I missed from that situation. It's how you watch the same movie 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, damn, I never seen that part in that movie, like, because you wasn't looking for it at first. Your mind was trying to see it this way, because that's the first time seeing it. Go back a second and third time. You're gonna be like, oh damn, it was 2 shoes over there. It was a sock over there. I didn't even see that on the floor because you wasn't looking for the shoe or sock.
Where do you see yourself, or what do you plan on being in the next few years?
Few years? I don't know, man. My first time performing was last week at Pierre's. It was really a great experience. Like, shout out to Kyla Walters. She looked out for me and got me in there. And with it, Dre Harris, he got me in there. And I won this competition online. I put my song out there, and I won a little competition. It was fun. Everybody listened to my music, and they got the same reaction I give out. Cause I ain't put none of myself out yet. Like I got like 40 songs I ain't even put out.